Steve the Queen Williams. For anybody who doesn't already know who this man is, Steve the Dean Brian Williams, or Steve the Queen Williams as I call him, is a self-proclaimed dating coach and host of the ManMINDset talk radio online. And I don't mind giving him the free promo, as it wouldn't be the first time that I've done so. He's also been a regular co-host on OSHAY Duke Jackson's The Brother Pill podcast, which is where I tend to run into him on a frequent basis. Initially, when I first discovered Steve the Queen Williams through O'Shea's channel, I immediately subscribed, liked, commented, and shared a lot of his content, as well as befriended Steve on other social media platforms, just as I do anybody that I hear about through O'Shea or the Negro Manosphere. All seemed well in the Manosphere for a little while, until at some point there was a big beef or controversy within the Negro Manosphere that developed regarding MGTOW, and therefore disturbing the peace and harmony thereof, in my opinion, unnecessarily.
Because these are a bunch of individuals who can't get no pussy, so they want to quote unquote go their own way like a bunch of bitches.
Now, as a red pill brother myself, everybody knows I proudly identify with MGTOW, IBMOR, the Negro Manosphere, men's rights activists, and various other Manospherian circles, even the pickup artist community to an extent. So my position is I pretty much go wherever I'm welcome, and I take the qualities that I see as valuable from everybody and incorporate it into my own personal lifestyle. So when it comes to my beef with Steve, his followers, or anybody else that got a problem with MGTOW, I don't have much of a problem with his content as much as I have a problem with the bitch-made tendencies that he's continued to reveal time and time again, especially as a man that claims to truly want to help other men. But upon further speculation, I've come to realize a series of patterns in Steve's behavior that doesn't exactly align with the man mindset that he claims to have. And I've also noticed that this isn't just a reaction that he has towards me, but towards anybody that presents clear, concise, and valid arguments and can demonstrate the ability to identify and deconstruct any of Steve's manipulative tactics on these live streams where he talks the same shit, plays the same recordings, and avoids the same questions each and every time. So out of respect for O'Shea, the Negro Manosphere, and the Brother Pill podcast, and so we won't have to keep wasting our breaths trying to reason with this stupid motherfucker, in this video response, I will go over each and every slick trick in this bitch nigga's book so y'all will know it when y'all see it coming, and we'll all know how to properly deal with Steve the Queen Williams once and for all. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
When a man does something, it's important that his boys call him out when you need to be called out. Any man that lies, you gonna get called out on that shit. That's 100.
Steve, yes. Do you really think you're qualified to speak on games since you've been married for nearly 20 years?
Okay, let me ask you this question. You watch football? Me talking to a woman, that ain't gonna teach it. That ain't gonna prove anything. We sit there and talk to a woman. What is that gonna prove?
Of course.
I know that.
Of course.
I know that. But see, that's the beautiful thing about it. It's always wondering. It's always wondering. That's the best thing about
it. Eventually.
Your first wife put you on child support. Does that mean that she didn't respect you as a man, if she did?
Absolutely not. You know why? Because I handled my shit with her where she knew she didn't need the government because I'm a responsible individual and I can take care of my own shit. So no, I was not on child support because as a man, you set standards.
But you did say like you had some kind of back pay that you had to pay the government, like $27,000.
You know, I did everything I could. I spent $27,000. I fought for it. It didn't work. It didn't work, so I gave up my rights.
$27,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Smoking weed.
Alpha said that recording that Steve played, I wouldn't be surprised if he paid that woman to do that recording.
Of course.
I know that.
So my question to you is, Steve, and in the chat, they're very skeptical. I mean, how do we know that this is real, Steve?
You end up marrying your current wife,
who
also, I believe, has a child from a previous marriage. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah. But the thing is,
she has a daughter or child by. Is that child white also? Or?
White and Spanish.
White and Spanish.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to be a black man in the state
Yes.
of Texas.
Yes. With a white woman and a half Spanish, half white child. Yes.
See, that's something I want to talk about. You get the slick talking, fast talking nigga like Steve the Dean Williams with a white stepdaughter, and you like, that's my daughter. Does she call you dad?
No, I told her she didn't have to call me dad. She called me. I told her she can call me dad, but I said she can call me Steve, but she can call me dad. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that
Steve, how come you never show off your wife?
because as a man, women are supposed to be seen and not heard.
Of course.
I know that.
Women are supposed to be seen and not heard.
Really, nigga?
My marriage and what I have has nothing to do with what I teach. I separate the two. Me and my circle of people.
So you don't show off your wife.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
16 years.
Now, I'm assuming your wife knows what you do, obviously.
Of course.
I know that.
I teach guys how to have what I have. I'm the epitome of success. Have successful marriages, successful business, successful kids, and I've been successful with women.
Hold up, Steve. Hold up. Now, Steve, you're talking that shit. You say that your wife has nothing to do with this, but your wife is proof of your abilities. Proof of your abilities. Is she not?
No, absolutely not. She's not the proof of my ability.
Whoa. Your wife is not the proof of your abilities in terms of the highest caliber of woman that you can get?
Absolutely, because what I get has this is what y'all guys. Let me ask you a question. Are you religious? Are you religious?
I used to be a car salesman, Steve.
Yeah.
And, I was a very good salesman because the product that I sell was quality cars, BMWs, Mercedes-Benzes. Yes. Now, if I told my customers that you're buying a product, but don't worry about how it looks, that shit is not going to fly, Steve. You know as well as I do, sex sells. He wants to know why, Steve, you are so adamant about not showing your wife. And I guess I'm curious.
Hold on, and I say this with, let me be 1,000, mother, and I use the word motherfucker. I don't have to show you shit, bitch. And let me tell you something. If you don't like the fact that I don't want to show you shit, take your fitness ass on to somebody else. Because let me tell you something. As I said before, and I told you I stand on my fucking principles, I'm keeping my family out of anything. Because if you motherfuckers who learn shit seen what Tyreek was going on with Umar and fucking what's going on with motherfucking Tommy Sotomayor, people are dogging out his little fucking girl over shit. You think I want to put my family in that shit? No. And if you don't like that, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, what y'all think. Y'all can go somewhere else, because you know what? As I said before, I'm keeping my family out of this shit. If you don't like the information I'm giving you, then go somewhere else. That's all I want to say on that, dog. Keeping that shit. That's 1,000.
Well, okay, Steve. We'll get off the topic.
Right now, as you can see in the back, we're donating food and stuff to some charities and organizations. So I'm kind of doing that real quick so I can talk to you.
Look at this cake wearing this motherfucking Walmart ass outfit, holding up a $1,000 thing. Nigga, you can't even spell $1,000. Nigga, you think you're doing something because you give $1,000 to some crummy ass kids, motherfucker?
If you get the opportunity, just do something, give something back
to some crummy ass kids, motherfucker.
Because there are people who are less fortunate than you. So always do something. And one thing we at the ManMINDset do, we do give to organizations and a lot of charities. Because, if you have it, you should always give back.
To some crummy ass kids, motherfucker.
I always believe in karma.
Look at you. Should take that $1,000 and buy yourself some regular ass clothes instead of shopping at Walmart, motherfucker.
But I am heading to my son's school because, number one, I want to give him an example that you do give back.
To some crummy ass kids, motherfucker.
It's always good to teach your kids certain things. And oops, I knocked it over. But anyway, let me stop. And
really, nigga?
And there with them raggedy ass pants and that fucked up ass shirt, holding a broke ass sign of $1,000. So what, nigga? You gave $1,000. You think you doing something? You ain't even in the game, motherfucker.
As you can see in the back,
you think you doing something? You ain't even in the game, motherfucker.
I love to linger in the moonlight.
So let's start with this tough talk, cause see, the queen ass is good for this shit, and this nigga ain't even tough. Steve, I know you watching this, nigga. You not tough, bro. You just sitting on the internet like the rest of us in your little man cave recording studio, trying to front your move like you a savage in these streets. Nigga, you in the burbs in Texas somewhere. And that's good for you, man. Just be you. But see, the easy life just ain't good enough for Steve the Queen Williams. Cause on one hand, he wanna act like he's above everybody. And on the other hand, he wanna act like he out here in these streets on some hood shit and in these streets in the dating market. When in reality, he's none of the fucking above. See, the reason Steve has earned the title Steve the Queen Williams is because if you ever get in a debate with this man, the nigga argues just like a woman. Case in point.
He asked me to come on. So before you even ask a fucking question, wait, before you say your statement, bitch, why don't you ask him, do I beg him to come on the show?
So here we have the typical Steve the Queen Williams bitch fit, and we'll run it back from the top so you'll be able to see everything that led up to this point in the dialogue. But first, I just wanted to give this disclaimer because I should have gave it in the beginning of this video. In case you haven't noticed, this entire response video has been chopped up and edited into small snippets coming from hours and hours of footage, and I'll provide all the links in the description. And this is mostly for the sake of entertainment and brevity, because otherwise y'all will just be sitting up here looking at days of footage. But like I said, I'll put the links in the description if anybody want to watch all of these videos in their entirety. With that being said, let's take a look at this from the beginning.
Welcome to the show, Darius. This is called the Brother Peel. So if you didn't know, this is like the black talk show on on this side of YouTube that we have every night. So
I know, every day. I like how Steve the Dane went in on that one chick y'all had.
Yeah, Steve goes in on everybody. So you know who Steve is then, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't go with anybody. I just tell the truth. I think anybody at Met-Tail's a bitch. I mean, I'm gonna be honest about that shit. I don't respect any man that goes his own way. That's gay to me. That's soft.
Says the nigga with a hat mask and a wife beater on. But anyway, so already we see Steve ain't holding no punches. He just kicking it off straight out the gate on the offense. This time, I'm gonna show y'all a little later a softer, more passive aggressive approach that he uses depending on who he's talking to. Cause like I say, this nigga ain't tough, but on the internet he gon' flex.
Well, let him explain, Steve,
okay,
what MGTOW is to him. Okay.
What MGTOW is to me, simply guys, knowing their value, knowing their worth. If you look at my channel, I'm informing guys on how to deal with women, whether it's in the workplace, whether you in relationships, whatever the case may be.
Steve, what are you doing?
I can't hear what he's saying. He's talking so low. I'm trying to bring him up.
Oh.
See, this that class clown ass shit where you just do anything to derail a conversation or throw a motherfucker off when they trying to make a point. Now, I'm not gonna stop it every time he does that. I just want to train y'all eyes and ears to start to notice these things if you haven't already, because I see this shit all the time. This nigga does that all the time. Now, in Steve's defense, Darius MGTOW's mic was kind of low, but I personally think that was just Steve's way of interrupting a man while he was talking. But he gonna do this shit again, so just keep watching.
My version of going my own way is simply avoiding marriage. You know what I'm saying? Avoiding relationships. I'm going my own path. Look, Steve, relax, Joe. Look,
I'm raising my hand. I'm shutting my fucking mouth. I'm raising my hand after you're done. I'm being quiet.
Some guys don't want to do that. Some guys don't want to go down that path and deal with all the extra. That don't mean they bitches or they not men.
It's real easy to have a lot of people follow you when you use the word MGTOW. You know what I mean? You get a lot of followers because there's a lot of victims, a lot of crybaby ass motherfuckers that will follow you, and I give you credit for that. But if you took them, I'm sorry.
So basically, the queen is doing two things that he always does here. The first thing is he's trying desperately to conflate any and everything MGTOW to only pertain to like true force loneliness type of guys. These are like lames, losers, self-defeated men that have no experience with women whatsoever. This is the only lens that Steve can see MGTOW through, and that's the only lens that he wants anybody listening to these dialogues to limit their perspective of MGTOW to. Okay? And the second thing he's doing is basically accusing Darius MGTOW and other people like him of only using the name or the hashtag MGTOW to build up their audience. And he's also saying that if it wasn't for us using the word or the hashtag MGTOW in our content, that we wouldn't have most of the audience that we currently have. Now, my response to that is yes, that's true. But that also raises the question, what's the problem with that? I don't understand why that's a bad thing. Like, if you wanted people that subscribe to the ManMINDset or the Negro Manosphere to find your content on the internet more easily, and you use the hashtag ManMINDset or Negro Manosphere, that actually makes sense. So I don't know what the fuck Steve is talking about. But check it out, this is where shit's finna get lit, cause Darius is about to give Steve a dose of his own medicine, and then we really get to see if Steve can take what he dishes out.
You can promote on this show, everybody, every week. So that's how your subscribers go up. You can promote on this show, everybody, every week. So that's how your subscribers go up.
He say, motherfucker, hold up, bitch. I don't ask to be. He asked me to come on the show. I don't ask him to come on the show, motherfucker. He asked me to come on. So before you even ask a fucking question, wait, before you say your statement, bitch, why don't you ask him? Do I beg him to come on the show? Wait, my ass, motherfucker. Do I beg him? No, because I'm gonna treat you like how women treat bitches like you. So do I ask him? Do I ask him to come on your show? This motherfucker here under an impression like I beg OSHAY to come on the show, bitch. Get your fucking facts right.
Brother Steve has been around. Steve has been around quite a while.
All right,
he think I'm begging OSHAY to come on the show, motherfucker. Please, man. I don't have to beg.
Listen, who said who's begging you to come?
Well, you just said I'm on here all the time. It's not like, hey, OSHAY asked me to come on. I come on if he asked me. I don't ask him.
Let me do this. Let me moderate here. Let me jump in real quick.
Oh, y'all starting to see how this work now? See, Steve can be as much of a bitch as he wants to be. He can throw as much shade as he want to throw. But the minute Darius throw that shit right back and says, hey, the only reason your subscribers is going up is because you on this show all the fucking time. Now, Steve the Queen Williams wants to have a fucking meltdown. And look, I gotta point shit like this out so people can recognize it, because if we don't, then Steve will just keep doing the same shit over and over and nobody trips. But the minute a motherfucker come along and match Steve energy and hit him with the same bullshit that he hit everybody else with, then him and his groupies want to flip the script and turn victim and pretend that, oh, you know, everybody else is being emotional but Steve. No, this is a man being emotional as fuck right now. Don't let him flip the script on everybody else because they giving him a dose of his own medicine. Hell, he even started tweaking on Mr. Research, and Mr. Research was on his side that day. And speaking of Mr. Research,
so a couple of people asked me, man, how did this thing start with you and Steve? Dude, it's just like when the little farm dog first meets a wolf. The little farm dog gets intimidated and starts yapping, calling the wolf a bunch of names, and the wolf just looks at him like, what the fuck, dude? I was just walking past this farm. What the fuck are you so upset about? Females do stuff like what Steve does. He's not a real male. Anything that comes out of his mouth is just comment toward buy his bullshit product. It has nothing to do with the topic. If I intimidated this dude that much for him to get that upset, and nobody can point out what I said to this dude personally to get him upset, then you gotta conclude logically that he must be a moist, feminine type of motherfucker. I'm trying to show you guys how these dudes get up here to try to con you out of money. And they don't really live like that. When you got a fat, pasty, white chick who pays most of your bills, and this is the only income you got, please don't tell me you have a man mindset. Now, you can call me all type of bitches that you want to, which he did. But in reality, you're that white woman's bitch. When the dude gets all hyper emotional like that, he's not in control of himself. He shouldn't be selling no tapes.
Argument is Steve's, because it's really roller coaster. It's up and down. I understand what he's trying to say, because he speaks like things that you are assumed to already know. But when he says it, it comes across like an absolute. And that's why he keeps having to re-explain it, because it don't make sense. He speaks like things that you are assumed to already know. But when he says it, it comes across like an absolute. And that's why he keeps having to re-explain it, because it don't make sense. Like when you guys were arguing about the rock versus the culture, that's an inanimate object versus a predicate. That makes no sense. You can't even use that as an argument against what O'Shea said. You're talking about a rock. That's an inanimate object compared to what he's talking about.
Can I stop you right there?
Go ahead. You got the power. Go ahead.
I do have the fucking power. Let me explain what I was telling you so you can sit down and fucking listen. The reason I was talking about a rock.
Man, don't get emotional.
Look, man, let me mute you real quick, bitch. Look, the reason.
See, now all of a sudden I'm a bitch. And like I told y'all in my video about dudes that name call other people, that's not logical, not in a discussion. All I did was challenge the fact that you couldn't use a noun to defend a predicate. And then your response is to have a bloody vagina fest?
Said about the rock, motherfucker, is because a rock is a rock is a rock. Doesn't matter what century, what day or time it is, it's all gonna remain a fucking rock, you dumb motherfucker.
Did you hear this dude? A rock is a rock is a rock, no matter what century. Oh, the dumb stuff that comes out this little girl's mouth is amazing. Why are people buying this dude's products? This is a child speaking. If it wasn't for his wife paying his bills, we wouldn't even know who this dude was. He'd go back to his minimum wage job he used to have.
Meaning, a man is a man. It doesn't matter if he's a man in 34 AD. Doesn't matter if he's a man in 1971 or a man right now. He's never going to change who the fuck he is. He's never going to sway and compromise. That's what I'm saying, ass. So go ahead and have the fucking thing, but don't try to tell motherfuckers what the fuck I'm saying. You can say what O'Shea and LA moving are saying, but don't put my name in your silly ass mouth and try to tell motherfuckers what I'm saying, because you ain't on my fucking level, motherfucker.
And this is why we were all in the chat laughing at Steve, because he was the only silly one. Nobody understood what the fuck he was talking about. We all know a man is a man, but that has nothing to do with what O'Shea was talking about. But yet, he wants to call motherfucker and silly ass and all this stuff that, you know, childish motherfuckers got to say. And it has nothing to do with the fact that nobody understands you, duck mouth. Nobody understands you. You need to go ask your wife, because she really wears the pants. She really runs ManMINDset. You need to go ask her what the fuck we were talking about in the chat room, because obviously your skirt is all up in the bundle. And of course I'm going to tell people what you think, because what you think is dumb.
Go ahead with yourself. Talk to them. Don't be putting my name in shit.
God bless you. God bless you, brother.
Man,
a man does not get emotional. A man has discipline over his mouth.
Shut your ass up. Let me tell you something.
Now you heard the little girl say don't mention him, right? I didn't mention him. All I was saying was a man don't get emotional. And where did he get all in his feelings? Somebody says Steve the Queen feelings. Not even Williams feelings. What did he get mad about? I said a man does not get emotional, but a hit dog always holler. This dude comes out and starts, look, hit. Oh my God, man. When a person is intimidated by you, this is how they respond, because they don't know how to control you, because they know that you got them beat.
Again, I don't give a fuck what you think, because if I thought like you, I'd probably be on the other side of this phone call making the phone call. So don't tell me or try to explain to me what your fucking logic is. Just, you have a few moments to say what you want to say, then take your weak, silly ass off and do what you weak, silly ass motherfuckers do. Now, I will open you back up, say what you got to say, but you get smart, we're going to move the fuck on.
And with great power comes great responsibility. You see, cowards, and I do mean Steve is a serious coward. Cowards like this love to run away from a discussion because they don't understand how to discipline their own mouth. I wasn't looking for no bad engagement with this dude. This dude initiated all this shit and didn't even have the class enough to say, hey, I apologize. I must have misconstrued XYZ. This dude feels like, okay, I need to go further down the rabbit hole and insult this dude more and Like a good woman, if he doesn't say something I like, we gonna move on. Only girls do that. Logical men don't do that.
Yeah, you notice I don't sway because I treat everybody the same because I'm a fucking rock. You're back on, sir.
Okay. All right. Anyway, let me talk to the other people. As far as that other lip stuff, man, that stuff is irrelevant. That stuff is childish. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Let other people.
Don't move on. Wait.
It's all love, Q. It's all love.
Hey man, Miss Richard is cool, man. Listen.
Now, what do you see me do? I tried to be the classy dude and move on. I said nothing about him. The only thing I even said was all that other stuff is irrelevant and it's childish. This got him upset also. See, this is what I'm talking about. When a wolf comes around a little puppy, the little puppy is so scared of the wolf that it yaps and yaps and yaps. And my only purpose for making this is to show you males out there, these are the type of dudes misleading you. These dudes who let the white woman run them, the white woman pay for everything they got going on. This dude is the house husband. He's the bitch in the relationship. Yet he want to try to tell you what the man mindset is. And then on top of all that, he wants to get intimidated over a basic conversation. Don't buy this dude's products. Tell everybody, leave this dude alone. He's childish.
Why don't you tell the whole class why people should listen to you? What makes you so successful? What's so good about you that we need to listen to what the fuck you say? Huh? What do you have done? What have you done in your life? What kind of life are you living right now?
5 certifications. I work in medical finance and I also work in quantum computers. I do more than just get on YouTube and sell products.
Yeah, so, where's your pussy at, motherfucker?
You can't
ain't got where's your pussy at, motherfucker? Because you know what's so funny? You have all that shit, bitch, and you still listen to the show. So shut your ass up, motherfucker.
Yeah, of course I listen to the show.
Off, motherfucker. Anyway, O'Shea, you ready for the next caller, sir?
He must think that people who listen to the show are in desperate need of his advice. That's not true. It's an entertaining show. There's factual conversations. And not only that, you were talking about a topic of low-class males and low-class females. The topic of the show, as stupid as Steve is, you got to remind him because he don't know what show he's on. It's not about getting pussy. The show has nothing to do, O'Shea's show on that night had nothing to do with getting pussy. But you see how childish these pretendo type of dudes are? And because he wants to sell that product so bad, that's all he could think about. He couldn't think about nothing else. Steve didn't know what show he was on. He thought he was on the show on how to get pussy. And then right after that, he was going to probably tell you to buy one of his products. Dude is a joke, man. Dude is a straight joke.
Of course.
I know that. You ain't even in the game, motherfucker.
I see you got a nice little setup over here, man. Do you mind letting everybody know? We want to know what it is to be like Simpy and what is a day in the life of Simpy. What is it like, man?
Well, I love flowers because if the girls like flowers, then I have to like the flowers because I want to have a girlfriend that I could love and I can just spoil her with all the flowers and all the goodness that they bring.
I called in on the OSHAY Jackson show and I was talking to Steve the D. Williams. And he was talking about, I'm trying to make a name off of them or whatever. I don't need those guys to make no name off of shit. I'm making a name off myself. You know why I'm making a name off myself? Because I'm not branding myself with that moral high ethics bullshit. If you want that moral compass bullshit, go to Steve the D. Williams. Now I'm going to say this. Steve been married over 18 years. There ain't nothing a guy who been married for 18 years can tell you nothing about the dating game today. You ain't never in your life seen so many women ask for space. Why? They got hundreds of dicks thrown at them every day on social media. So how can a guy who been in a relationship for 18 years tell you anything? I'm in the battlefield. I'm dating about 6-7 women right now. I deal with women on a day-to-day basis. Who the fuck you think gonna give you better advice? A guy who been married for 18 years with fucking kids and all this bullshit, or a guy out here who's on dating websites, who's out here dealing with the flakiness of women? Who the fuck you think gonna tell you better advice? We done with that high moral, do the right thing, tell a woman the truth. Like I told you guys, we taking this shit over. All them generic ass dating coaches out there telling you this confidence bullshit, this more high ground bullshit, this nice guy persona bullshit. Fuck that shit. Nigga, we flaking in 2018. Nigga, we lying in 2018. We doing all that shit. Fuck all that generic shit.
Okay, so you must be wrestling with fat, ghetto, nasty looking bitches. I do not believe in lying to any fucking woman for no reason at all, because she's just a fucking perk.
I ain't going on no, real men don't do that. Fuck that shit. You can take that 1975 dating shit and you can keep that. I'm telling you,
it's not 1975. This is why you a bitch about your shit, because if you was a man about your shit and the bitch flaked on you, if you had any fucking game, you already have one in the chamber waiting anyway. You don't think I do? Well, no, not in your case, because you said if we ain't in this time for sitting around waiting around and all this other stuff. Man, you sound like you caking, dog. You sound like a cake, man. You call yourself an alpha, but you more of a beta. You're not, a beta's being too nice. You know why she flaked on you? Because you want shit. That's why she flaked on you. Because you know what? She found a better opportunity with another motherfucker, because you ain't shit. That's why they flake. You don't want to give people the real answer. You just want to say, okay, well, if she flakes on you, well then fuck her. Let's do this. But why don't you tell them the truth? The reason she flaked on y'all bitch asses, because y'all ain't about shit. Why don't you tell them that truth? But if we've got you all about lies, because you don't want to tell them that truth, do you?
Maybe. See, Steve, you out the game. So let me tell you something about the game. So when you was out dating, it wasn't no such thing as social media. So let me tell you something now. Regardless of you about shit or not about shit, a woman gets 500 messages a day online through Instagram, Facebook, dating apps, and all this shit. When you was in the game, women didn't have all that. So if you had a date, there was a very good chance she was gonna show up. Today, a woman gets fucking 500 messages a day through social media. So it's a very good fucking chance she gonna flake, because she might see a guy that got like a little bit better nose than you. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you how the dating game is.
All right, well, young man. All right, young man. Let me because I love when people sit around and try to tell old Stevie Boy that he's old, he's out the game, and sometimes what they do is hold on. And sometimes they always say, Steve, what can you do? Can you show us what your skills are like? Because I know you can get them back in the day, but what can you do in this day and age? Like you said, the day and age of the women that are on social media, the day and age where they're texting and typing and all these other guys. Steve, what can you do? I don't want to be about what I can do and all this other shit. OSHAY, should I show him? Should I let him hear what a motherfucker like me can do?
Hold on. Steve, get a little hot.
No, it's not hot. I'm being real. I don't like bitches. I don't like bitches trying to about shit.
Hold on, I gotta take a piss. That's my boy. No, I ain't
gonna call you no.
You can't call me a bitch because you can't call me a bitch because I stand on my own. Because I can see men can smell weak ass motherfuckers.
I ain't gonna call you no bitch.
Can smell. Okay, if you so cold, call up one of your girls right now. Go ahead. We'll be quiet. We'll mute. Call up one of these so-called bitches your quote-unquote alpha male has. Let's see what you can do. Let's hear one of your bitches. Can we do that?
I don't call them. They have to call me.
Okay. Anyway, so you want to sit around and lie to a fucking woman because you want pussy that bad?
I can honestly say I respect your opinion. I ain't gonna call you no bitches because that's
I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm saying what you're doing is a bitch. It's some bitch ass shit you're doing. I don't know you as a man, but if you owning that bitch shit, then you're the bitch. Then I mean, come on, man. Why lie to a piece of pussy? A piece of pussy.
So see the difference between me and you, Steve. You want to marry a woman, so you actually respect them. I have no respect for a woman. I have none. If your business starts selling, if your business starts selling right now, and your coaching business starts selling right now, watch what your woman do. I have no respect for them. They have no loyalty. They only loyalty to themselves. So I just do what's best for me. I'm not worried about trying to respect the integrity to a woman.
And that's not what men do. But I guess you had a single mom, because I surely know you ain't got no dad, did you? You came from a single mom, didn't you? Mommy told you.
This is Steve. I'm starting to wonder about all this game you got, because guys who getting a lot of pussy don't settle down with one bitch.
I'm starting to,
you know who get married? You know the type of guys who get married?
Mm-hmm.
Guys who only way they can get reliable sex is to fucking get married. That's why they get married. Guys who get reliable sex easy, they don't have to go and get all their attention to one woman, because they get pussy from plenty bitches. A nigga that fucking go through long droughts and shit, he found a bitch and he settled down so he can have the comfort of having reliable pussy at home. See, a nigga like me, I ain't got to get married. Okay. I can stay single. You know why I can single? I'm a lot of these bitches and keep getting steady pussy
and I think you should keep lying to women. And I think you should keep teaching guys how to lie to women. And when these motherfuckers get,
he said, "I will."
Hey, do what you do. Hey, that's what you want to do. You do it. But fuck no, ain't no real man gonna do no shit like that. Ain't no real man gonna do no shit like that.
I mean, we just have to. We'll agree to disagree on that.
But my question is, I give you a little respect. You did call in, but what was this? I'm gonna make a response video, cake ass shit, when you could have called into the show. What was that?
No. I'm still gonna make the response video because everybody not seeing this live stream, and I know everybody not seeing it because they see Steve on here, so they turn it off. So this is the thing. I don't know.
I was pretty good, man.
That was good.
I was pretty good.
Make a response video night. I ain't going at you guys.
This is why everybody can't be a dating coach, man, because y'all don't know what y'all doing, man. Y'all doing more harm. I mean, you keep doing what you're doing. I wish you the best of luck, but I feel really sorry for anybody who feels like they gotta lie to a bitch to get her in bed.
Listen, and I feel sorry for anybody that's gonna get dating advice from a guy who's been married for almost 20 years. That's out the game.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for anybody who's gonna get dating advice from a guy who's been out the game.
You're absolutely right. So, like I was saying before, so every time I'm challenging, if you do listen to my show, you see I do talk to women all the time. But I always tell guys, you know what, you got to see what the skills that I can do. Now, again, I'm sure you don't know the skills that I can do, but if you would like, I can surely show you how simple it is what I do, because again, I don't front on shit.
Steve, how come you never show off your wife?
I show you what the fuck I can do when I'm fucking married.
Right. So you don't show off your wife.
This is what happens.
Of course.
I know that.
Women are supposed to be seen and not heard.
Believe me, I know.
But before I get married, you have to come fuck me.
How do we know that this is real, Steve?
Because I definitely cannot go on and not knowing how good that bitch could be.
But see, that's the beautiful thing about it. It's always wondering. It's always wondering.
Yeah, eventually.
Me talking to a woman, that ain't gonna teach it. That ain't gonna prove anything. We sit there and talk to a woman. What is that gonna prove?
All right, Steve.
Wait. You wanted to see my receipts? I was gonna let you hear my receipts, nigga.
Hold up, Steve. Hold up. Now, Steve, you talking that shit. You say that your wife has nothing to do with this, but your wife is proof of your abilities. Is she not?
No, absolutely not. She's not the proof of my ability.
Whoa! So your wife is not the proof of your abilities in terms of the highest caliber of woman that you can get?
Absolutely, because what I get has see this is what y'all guys. Let me ask you a question. Are you religious? Now let's hear your receipts. Now let's see what you know. Let's see what hold on. When I put my hand up, that means you shut the fuck up. Okay, bitch, shut the fuck up. You lying pussy. Now I'm gonna bring your bitch ass back in. You shut the fuck up while you on this show, okay, bitch? All right, fake fraud ass motherfucker. Yeah, you hearing it for a motherfucker that's married. I'm calling you a fake fraud ass motherfucker that's trying to ride on a coattail and trying to make a name for yourself. We know you're kind. So I'm gonna bring your bitch ass back in. Now, you shut the fuck up and listen, or you'll keep your punk ass mouth. Now, what you gonna do? I'm gonna bring your bitch ass back in. Now, what you gonna do? You gonna shut the fuck up?
Of course.
I know that.
You ain't even in the game, motherfucker. But I guess you had a single mom, because I surely know you ain't got no dad, did you came from a single mom, didn't you? Mommy told you to do that shit, didn't you?
I have with me one of those guys, one of those men who is a dating coach and an advocate for men. Steve Williams is with me. Steve, good morning, sir, and welcome to the show.
It is an honor and a privilege. I'm a huge fan of yours. Thank you for having me on, sir.
Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Tell us a little bit about your website and exactly what you are doing.
Well, my website is for those males. We call them males, not men, because calling a male a man is a disrespectful thing. It's for a lot of males who've been raised by single mothers who have no idea how to be a man, how to think like a man, and how to approach women like men do. I'm trying to show them that you just go back to nature. Nature is nature. So lions don't, Facebook tweet or Instagram. The alphas sleep with the women, the betas get the scraps.
Were you raised by your father and mother?
Yes, my dad, he's on Fox News, Ted Williams. He raised me really well. So
that's your father?
Yeah, I'm his son. Yeah,
right on.
Yes.
And who were you closest to, your father or your mother?
I was closest to really both of them, but I had a male mentor as well. My father mentored me, but he didn't show me like what we call the game, of women 101. My dad had a lot of women, but I learned from a mentor.
Oh, okay. Is your dad a man or a male?
My dad is all man. When I was down, I wanted to be like my dad because, my dad, when he was separated from my mom, he had a lot of women. I wanted to be little Ted. I wanted to be like my dad.
So your dad is not married to your mother now?
No, absolutely not.
Because he was a player?
Well, yeah, I guess he was doing a little something. I don't know specifically what broke them up, but when I went to visit him in Baltimore, he used to have a bunch of girlfriends. He was a man.
How old were you when they divorced?
I was young. I had to be like 4 or 5, I think. It was a while. Yeah.
Wow. So you were not raised by him then?
No, I was
in
not.
the home.
No, I was not raised by him, but I visit him, 2 weeks in the summer and things like that. That's why I was saying I looked for a male mentor as well, because when my dad wasn't there, you ain't even in the game, motherfucker.
Now I know some of y'all wondering, Marcus, what the fuck made you want to make a whole documentary on this nigga? And this is pretty much what it boils down to. I ain't want no beef with Steve. I actually enjoyed some of his earlier content before he got on this whole fuck MGTOW trip. I've showed the man nothing but respect, and I tried talking to him time and time again, from the Facebook comment sections to the Brother Pill podcast. I've called in live and tried to talk with this man, but eventually I had to come to the realization that there's no reasoning with Steve. Therefore, there is no debating with Steve. He just gonna keep huffing and puffing and foaming at the mouth, trying to drown you out with his voice, with all these bitches and motherfuckers and real men do this, real men do that, all of the classical logical fallacies, ad hominem attacks, no true Scotsman fallacies, straw man fallacies, moving the goalpost fallacies. I watch this nigga, so I see him do it all the time. And to use his words, what he fails to realize is that he thinks people can't see through his bullshit, when in reality, he just can't see that people see through his bullshit. And it's only so long before that come back to bite you in the ass. On some real shit, G, Steve is fake news right now. This man is literally fake news. And everybody's slowly starting to figure this out and talk about it, but he just thinks he can suppress this or ignore it and keep going and it's gonna go away. No, nigga, this shit ain't going away unless you correct it. I'm sorry, let me use your words. Unless you be a real man and correct that shit. OSHAY can't save you from this shit, fam. Your supporters can't save you from this shit. You did this. And you the only one that can fix it. I was sitting here thinking to myself, trying to figure out, what is it about this guy that really bothers me? Like, not a lot of people get under my skin like that, but what is it about Steve the Queen Williams that really irks my nerves? This ain't even about him at this point. This is about me. And I came to the conclusion that the red pill has impacted my life in such a way to where I can be self-actualized when it comes to me, and I can be more attentive and more discerning when it comes to observing the behaviors and the patterns of other people. And yeah, that's some MGTOW shit. I could take a step back from all the social expectations and social pressures and really develop a better understanding of men and a better understanding of women. So when I'm looking and I'm listening to a person like Steve the Queen Williams, I'm looking at a grown-ass man with all this aggression and false bravado and bass in his voice, but I'm like a fine-tuned machine when it comes to detecting some feminine bullshit. So when it comes to a motherfucker like Steve with this aggressive masculine persona of honor and integrity and all that goofy shit he be talking about, on the surface, that's what I see him presenting. But when I look at what he says and what he does and how he acts, I see a bitch. And what make this nigga so phony to me is he's the one that's always quick to call everybody bitches, and he's always the one acting like a bitch. Steve, you the bitch, bro. You the bitch. That's what's crazy. But yeah, man, I think you made one too many enemies, big dog. I'm just showing you what everybody else already see. You thought motherfuckers wasn't gonna find out? Yeah, motherfuckers found out. Might as well get your ass ready to attend this barbecue, my brother. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I want to thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time,
you ain't even in the game, motherfucker.
As always, let me know what y'all think, and I'll holler at y'all in the comment section. Peace.
You ain't even in the game, motherfucker. But I guess you had a single mom, because I surely know you ain't got no dad, dude. You came from a single mom, didn't you? I looked for a male mentor as well because my dad wasn't there. Oh my God, it's her fault. She's gonna use the government against me. No fucking accountability whatsoever. So what are you talking about? The guy that got surprised, or the one who knew he was dealing with a bitch?
What's the difference? What's the difference?
What do you mean? What the fuck the difference? What do you mean the difference?
In other words, they both got burnt, did they not? They both got burnt, did they not?
So do you cheat on your wife?
No, I teach guys how to have what I have.
How do you resist cheating on your wife? Because I'm sure women hit on you all the time, right?
Oh yeah, you stay home. Don't go out. You gotta stay home. What guys don't understand is the reason I do teach is because I'm out. Because if I wasn't out, you wouldn't even know me. I teach because what I'm trying to show guys, because what you don't understand is there are guys out.
Hold up, Steve. Are you still out in the field? Is that what you're saying?
Listen. I'm saying I teach. Well, I'm just saying I teach. Okay.
No, Steve. I'm asking you a direct. It's a yes or no question, sir. Are you still out in the field? Are you still, when you say you're teaching, are you still in the clubs and the bars? That's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, because I have clients. I got clients that I got to go to parties and bars and do field stuff.
Okay.
Do you love your wife?
Yeah, well, I don't have a love relationship. I have a respect relationship because I believe that's the key to a relationship.
And does she love you?
Of course. Look at me. Yeah, of course. She wanted Willy Wonka golden ticket when she got with me. Come on. Money don't see your press your first problem. Money don't make you a fucking man. That's your problem. Just because you got money don't mean he's a man. Why don't you put up what you got and let me put up what I got? Why don't you go outside your door, take a photo of your fucking apartment versus my 7-bedroom house built from the ground up? Let's talk receipts, nigga. Because you want to talk shit, we can talk receipts. We don't have to talk shit. Let's talk about what we have, nigga. You ain't even in the game, motherfucker.